So after playing The Crew 2, I think we can all agree that this game is seriously awesome. It is a game changer. You change the way you think about old-fashioned racer games, if you can even call it that anymore. But The Crew 2 does have some problems, and I wanted to make a video talking about some of the things that I think need to be fixed if The Crew 2 is gonna truly be a perfect game. So this is gonna be some of the things that I hate about The Crew 2. So obviously all we've played so far is the closed beta for The Crew 2, but these are sort of like core fundamental things that I think need to be changed. Some sort of easy, some not so much that I think need to get fixed. Let's start it off with one of the most simple and obvious things that I think needs to get fixed in this game: the wall riding. When you're taking a corner in the game, the fastest way to do it is to go full speed into the corner and just grind the wall all the way around. That will win you the majority of the races you're in. And yeah, although it is fun to do it maybe 1 or 2 times, like right when you get into the game, it does get old really quickly when you just know that if you take a proper racing line, you are gonna get beaten every single time by the guy who's just grinding the wall at full speed on NOS. And yeah, obviously it is an arcade game, but still, racing lines should be faster than grinding the wall. I don't really know what their method of fixing this thing would be. They could put something on the wall to either bump you off of it, or just make it so when you're grinding the wall, it slows you down and sort of like, instead of keeps your speed constant. That would be very much appreciated, I feel like. Obviously, wall grinding is a pretty big thing in the game to get fixed, but the next one, not so much. Obviously, the car customization in The Crew 2 is awesome, but there is one thing that is lacking: the window tint. I noticed that tinting your windows isn't in the beta. I doubt it is in the full game either, because why would you leave something as simple as tinting your windows out? But truly, it makes it like, I don't know, you have all these crazy customization parts, and then you're just driving around in a fishbowl car, which is kind of bleh. Tinting your windows is sort of a must for me. It's like, it's such a minor little thing that you don't even really think about, but when you see a car with tinted out windows and it's all blacked out, it does look so much better. This is sort of something that's small that they could put in an update and work in quite easily, and would again be much appreciated by all of the people who play this game. Let's talk about my biggest problem with The Crew 2, and that is the gravity. Now, when you're just driving around, the gravity is actually pretty decent. You can get around and drive around just as you'd like. The problems start to come when you start going down a hill very quickly, as Raymond and I recently did in a challenge, and this happened to Raymond. Yeah, you didn't imagine that. That Mazda RX-7 going down that hill did go from 0 to about 300 miles an hour in maybe 4 or 5 seconds, which is pretty quick, even for gravity speed. I don't really know what they can do about this other than just turning the gravity down a little bit, because your cars just get like sucked in and straight down to the earth, sometimes so quickly in fact that you will actually go above 300 miles an hour, which is just insane. It honestly doesn't even sound like that big a problem, but the biggest problem for me isn't the feeling of it. It's like, it takes you out of the game when you're doing something like that, when you're driving down a hill and you get a small little jump and you just start going super quickly. It just removes all sort of realism from the game and sort of like just takes you out of the game and makes you go, oh. And obviously when you're playing a game like that, you never want that, feeling, you know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully they can work on the gravity in some sort of capacity. Let's move it on to the easiest thing for the Crew 2 developers to fix in this game, and it's with the economy. Now, it's not almost like getting given a bunch of stuff. Like, I know Theo made a video on just getting thrown a bunch of stuff very early on in the game. I don't really have a problem with that, because that's just, say, the route the developers went down in their sort of development cycle. I have a problem with the prices of things in this game, and more specifically, the prices of cars in this game. There's just no consistency to it. In The Crew 2, a Nissan GTR, just like the one I bought in real life, for some reason, is $370,000 in the game. Which you might be saying, okay, let's use that as a point of reference. But then, the Red Bull F1 car is only $400,000. A $30,000 difference between a Nissan GTR and a Red Bull F1 car. There's a lot of other examples of this happening as well. For some reason, the Aventador is all the way at 800k, which is pretty insane when you consider you could buy 2 F1 cars for that price. And then there's just some general inconsistencies within brands, for example. For instance, the Pagani Zonda R is the most expensive and the trackiest Zonda that I think they make. And for some reason in the game, it's also 400,000. Again, the same price as an F1 car. But then for some reason, the normal Zonda is 500,000. The normal version is more expensive than the race car version, which I don't really understand. I think the same thing happened with McLaren as well. And then for some reason, the Huayra is like 900 or even over $1 million maybe. It's insane. There's just not really much consistency in the prices of cars in this game. And I feel like they don't need to fix the economy, they just need to make the car prices a little bit more consistent. Like, an F1 car should be the most expensive car in the game. A Zonda R should definitely be more expensive than a road-going normal version of the Zonda. It's just sort of a weird thing that, again, just makes you, like, just takes you out of the realism, because it makes you go, wait, what? So yeah, that would seriously be something that they could fix really, really easily, and I really hope they do. And I was going to include no player versus player on this list, but the Crew 2's already come out and said, yeah, don't worry, we're working on that. It's going to come in a future update, so don't worry about that. That's what I like to see. They realize that there is a problem, and the community has a problem with their game, and they say, okay, don't worry, we got you guys. It's in a coming update. Here's the release date. Don't worry, we're working on it. I seriously love that about the Crew. They are so open with what they are saying and what they are working on. It is awesome. More developers need to be like them. So yeah, those are my problems with the Crew 2. I really, really hope they get fixed because I am massively in love with this game. I just want to play this game more and more. And if these things get fixed, I truly think that it is going to be a very perfect game. So anyways, guys, that is all I've got for you today. Let me know what your main problem is with the Crew 2 in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I do have a ton of the more Crew 2 videos on the way, so make sure you subscribe if you're enjoying the Crew 2. It comes out in only a couple of weeks, so stay tuned to the channel, and I will see you guys soon with some more Crew 2 videos. I'll see you guys then. Bye!